started. Roll call.
Guile. Here. Neff.
Here.
Smock.
Here.
Ritterbusch.
Here.
Zobrist.
Here.
Keach.
Here.
DeWeese.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay. So the second thing on the agenda tonight is to elect a new chairman to fill the vacancy of Justin Farrell. And I'm just going to look around the room and see if anybody has a real desire to do that. Anybody?
I have a desire to nominate Jeff Keach as the next chair.
I would second that.
Okay. Any discussion?
I think Jeff Keach would make a great chair.
Okay. All right. Well, I've been the vice chair, and it's not that hard, so I'm going to go ahead and call the roll.
Zobrist.
Yes.
DeWeese.
Yes.
Guile.
Yes.
Smock.
Yes.
Ritterbusch.
Yes.
Neff.
Yes.
Keach.
No.
Passes.
Mr. Chairman, could we, or I would like to publicly thank Mr. Farrell, our past chairman, for a job well done.
Very good. I agree with that. And it seems like, there should be something more formal, but he did do a great job for us, and he resigned with good reason, and we're going to miss him. So now we need to fill the void of the vice chairman, which I was, or still am, I guess, until we elect someone else. So are there any nominations for vice chairman?
Or chairwoman, you mean?
It's really not a difficult job. It's
Whatever.
I'm waiting for a nomination.
I'll do it if somebody nominates me.
Yes.
Okay, we have a volunteer.
I'll nominate Mr. DeWeese.
I will second that.
There's a first and a second for Chad DeWeese. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Keach.
Yes.
Neff.
Yes.
Ritterbusch.
Yes.
Smock.
Yes.
Guile.
Yes.
Zobrist.
Yes.
DeWeese.
Yes.
Okay. Moving on to item 3, the approval of the minutes. Any comments, questions about the minutes that you received in your packet this week? Hearing none, do we go by voice vote on that? Okay. All in favor of approving last meeting's minutes, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? It passes. All right, and now we're into the public hearing portion of the meeting, and our council is going to give us some information about that.
Thank you. A public hearing is being held tonight pursuant to published notice. Any person wishing to make a comment to the Planning Commission will be afforded an opportunity to do so and will give their testimony under oath or affirmation. At the conclusion of the public hearing, the Planning Commission will make a recommendation to the Village Board. The Planning Commission makes recommendations only. The Village Board is responsible for taking final action on these matters.
Thank you. So, item number 1, an ordinance making amendments regarding co-siting of business signs to Chapter 9 of Title 10 of the Morton Municipal Code. Brad, can you give us a little introduction to that one?
Yes. So this changes the definition in the signs, business sign definition. So currently, a business sign would be a sign located on the property in which that business takes place. This would allow another business to put their sign on that same, let's call it a freestanding sign or business sign. For an example, I could give you an example. Farm and Fleet sign, the freestanding sign, Farm and Fleet. If another business that had an adjacent property to Farm and Fleet, wanted to put their business sign on that same freestanding sign, they would be allowed to do that with, of course, the agreement with Farm and Fleet. So it kind of cleans up if you have areas where maybe you have sectioned off another parcel, you wouldn't have another sign there, let's say. You could piggyback on top of another business sign.
Any questions for Brad? And I see, is there anyone from the public that wants to talk about this? Looks like no one wants to talk about it from the public, so I'll
make
Wait
a
to-
motion that we approve the change, the amendment to the ordinance regarding co-sighting of signs.
I'll second.
and we have a second.
Ritterbusch,
Yes.
Smock,
Yes.
Guile. Yes. Zobrist,
Yes.
Deweese,
Yes.
Keach,
Yes.
Neff,
Yes.
approved.
Okay, and the second item on the agenda is an ordinance making amendments regarding off-street parking of trailers to Titles 9 and 10 of the Morton Municipal Code. Brad, you do us the honor of
Yes. So
that.
a little, maybe a little bit of information. On the first page of that ordinance, it shows some items for Title IX. That is not what we're discussing. We're discussing what starts on page 2 for Title 10 only. Title IX pertains to the public right-of-way, and that would be a police enforced issue. But this is all kind of works together, so we're bringing this to the village board together for that. So we are discussing the Title 10 change. So in a nutshell, we currently have in Title 10, which allows, well, I guess I can read a portion to you, or in Title 10, a permitted use is one unoccupied camper, camping bus, motorhome, camping trailer, boat trailer, house trailer, or similar vehicle may be parked in the side yard or rear yard of a lot if it does not project beyond the front of the residence or garage. That will be stricken from Title 10, and it will now be inserted with what you see in F under parking regulations. So this actually allows you to put those items on your driveway only. So this means you would not be able to put your trailer, boat, etc., items mentioned in the side yard or the rear yard of your residence.
Unless your driveway happened to be lawfully in the side or rear yard.
Yes, thank you. Some driveways do go to the side of the house. Yes.
Okay.
So this ordinance, actually, we were trying to create an avenue for people to be able to put their boats and trailers that was convenient for them, but yet not a burden on the neighbor. In Title IX, we actually have an ordinance that says these items have to be on a paved surface. So some people will just put them in the grass in the side and rear yards. This actually gets them back onto a paved surface, which is their driveway. Is there anything you want to add, Pat? Did I miss anything?
This ordinance overall simplifies your parking regulations on trailers, campers, and RVs. Your current regulations in Title IX have limits on how allowing a certain number of, I think it's a certain number of days in a 30-day period where the trailer can be in the driveway, and if it can't fit in the driveway, it can be on the street. And it also avoids some problems we've had where, for example, you can't, somebody parks a trailer on their back patio because they lawfully can, even though that's not what the area was intended for, but it's paved. And so this ordinance derives from a multi-department review of our trailers ordinance with an effort or a goal of both streamlining regulations and creating a clear, enforceable standard that can readily be communicated to residents, aid them knowing what they can do and how they can comply with the ordinance.
So are these things allowed to be parked permanently on the driveway then?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember with new home construction, right, I don't remember the timing of when trailers are usually parked in people's lots versus when the driveway is there.
So there is a separate provision in our code apart from this that deals with construction trailers. So that, and that section would be unaffected by this. So, you know, a job site trailer wouldn't be prohibited based on this change.
Is there, so this applies to two-family and multifamily?
All residential, yes.
Oh, I didn't see the one for single-family residential. Is there,
Is it
One
carried?
clarification, so the hard copy, Brad and I had a conversation this afternoon, the 1053 is the permitted uses in the R1 district, and that was omitted from the first draft, but the hard copy draft in front of you makes that change. It's now section 5. It deletes A5 as a permitted use in the single-family residential.
okay, so they're all affected.
Yep, correct.
Any other questions or concerns? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll move, approve.
You have a motion?
I'll second.
And a second.
Ritterbusch,
Yes.
Smock,
Yes.
Guile,
Yes.
Zobers,
Yes.
Deweese,
Yes.
Keach,
Yes.
Neff,
Yes.
approved.
And thus ends our public hearing. Is there any other business?
I have nothing to.
Okay, nothing from Brad. Well, very good. We have a motion, need a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
And a second.
All in favor, say
All in
aye.
favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Adjourned.
Thank you, everybody.
This should have been-